Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. Today's video is going to be a look inside my catch-all planner. I want to show you guys how I have set up the front of the planner and also a flip through of my January spreads so that you can see how I'm currently using this planner. First things first is the cover. It just has my name at the bottom. You see it has Organized Alaina here, and I went with black and gold because black, gold, and white are my favorite colors. So when you flip this one open, first thing I have done is just written my name there. It is not anything fancy. I didn't use any labels. I just decided to just write it there. And it does kind of peek through a little bit on the back. I'm not sure if you guys could see that, but it doesn't really bother me as much. I know some people are really big on if the pen, when you write with a pen, if it shows through. I'm usually okay unless it's really bad, and then it's an issue for me. So on this spread, what I have done here is I've color coded certain things. The main things that I'm color coding here are my birthdays and travel. So I'll see if I can bring you in a little bit closer so that you can see. But basically any birthdays that I have had in the months, I have just put them in the color. It's like a pinkish color. It's like a dark pink. And I basically just marked off all the birthdays in that color, and then in the blue is all of my travel dates. So we are doing a lot of upcoming travel in April, May, July, September, October, and November. So I just wanted to mark off those dates so that I can keep them on my radar, especially for my sinking funds, because I will need certain amounts of money stashed for each one of these trips. And since they are back to back in certain months, I want to make sure that I keep them on my radar and am saving properly. The next page I have on this side is my goals. So I have goal categories of spiritual, mental, family, social media, business, and financial. And then I have goals under each area. Usually each one has like 3 goals. I try not to do no more than 3 goals under each section so that I can make sure it's manageable. And I don't know what to do with this side yet. If y'all have any ideas of anything else that you have done with the other side except for goal setting, y'all let me know in the comments below. I was thinking of putting like the different things that I plan, like how I use my planner and the functionality of them all here, but I'm not 100% sure, so I haven't, done anything with it yet. But I do love this side. I love the fact that as soon as I open my planner, it is a constant reminder of my goals and making sure that I am staying on track with them. So on the next page, I have decided to write the books that I have read for 2020. So I like to do a lot of reading. If you don't know, my goal is to read at least like 4 books a month. Usually 1 or 2 of them are fiction and the other 2 are nonfiction, but like this month I did 2 fiction books and 1 nonfiction so far. So I just wanted to use this page to kind of keep track of what I have already read, not what I want to read, because what I want to read is such a big list that I thought it would be better just to keep track of what I have already read and when I read them. So I read Quiet by Susan Cain in January, and now it's February, and I've already read Atomic Habits. I'm currently reading The Wedding Date, and then my next book is I Am My Brand. So these 2 I kind of purchased at the same time. I'm kind of reading both of them at the same time. And since it's only February and I already have like 4 books here, I am sure that this will get filled up really quickly. So instead of putting it by month and doing this on every single month, I'm just going to keep a running list in the front of every single month in my planner. On the next page is right before you get into the calendar. On this side, I have decided to do future planning. So this is any future planning for the next upcoming months. This is just a place for me to kind of jot things down, keep track of what's coming up in the next month, but it wouldn't be anything that would be in the month of January. So it would be from February on. So that's what I'm using this area for. And then on this side, I decided to keep track of birthdays. Right here, I have my monthly goals here, things that I would like to accomplish or do in the month of January, and then also what's going on in this month. So what I was currently reading was Quiet by Susan Cain. I decided to organize our living room. That was the big house project for the month of January, so I wrote that down here. And then I like to put down my starting numbers for social media. So where I started on YouTube, with Patreon, and with my Instagram. I just like to kind of keep track of my numbers because this is my catch-all planner. So my catch-all planner has a little bit of everything in it. It's not function off and like my other planners are, because I like to have one place where I can look and kind of find anything that I need. And then we go into my calendar spread. So this is what I did for the month of January. I don't like this spread as much as I like February spread. I think that when I put down the church stickers, I think it was just a little too much for me. So as you can see, I didn't even write next to these because once I put them down with the stickers, and I still thought it was a little too much. And even with the payday stickers, I thought it was too much. It was kind of a lot going on. So I didn't really care for it too much. So I used it, but I didn't use it as much as I possibly could have, because usually I write a bunch more in my monthly spread, but I didn't this month because it was a lot going on. And then we're going to start going into the weeks. So each week was pretty much the same. As you know, I use colorful boxes to kind of mark off the different things, meetings and events that I have going on. I use the YouTube stickers to mark off my videos and when I'm going to post. I use my sidebar for my currently and my to-do section. And all of this really worked out for me very, very well. The one thing that I always do is kind of check off different things in red, and I like to mark in red if something has changed. So if I usually write all my plans down in black, but then if you see something in red, that means either something changed or I had to cancel it, I did it, or the time changed. Like I was supposed to be at work for 8, but I actually got there at 10:30 because something else came up. So I just like to mark different things down like that. And it kind of goes the same way with all of the spreads. My spreads are pretty much the same. I don't switch them up too much. I just like to use more icons throughout them. And as you can see with this one, I put a lot of the details of different things that happened in the red color. So I had decided to work out on this day, so I wrote down exactly what I did. I wrote down, because I didn't have anything exactly planned, this helps me stay on top of my plans versus what actually happened, which helps me pre-plan better. When I write down all my plans in black, that's me kind of pre-planning my week. But once I see it in red, then I know what actually happened. And then when I'm planning the next week, I know what I may need to do better or what I may need to adjust for the future. So my sidebar did change from week to week. Sometimes if I don't have much going on or I don't have much to do, I might put to buy there, but the currently section always stays. And then sometimes you'll have weeks like this where I pre-planned pretty much the entire week, but I didn't open the planner as much. I believe I was sick this week, so I didn't write as much as I normally would write in red and checking stuff off. Even if they happened, I just didn't jot down what exactly happened. And that is pretty much it. I'll give you a quick flip through of February of where we are so far. This is my future planning page. It did not change. I did jot down here and put what I am reading this month because I do not have any birthdays this month. So since I don't have any birthdays, I just decided to repurpose this area and write down the books that I am currently reading. My monthly goals, my to-do, and my currently section is still down here. And I really like this spread so much better. Little icons and way more just of me writing instead of how I had in January, all of those stickers. I'm very minimal on the stickers. I do love icons, but I like them to be pretty small. And this is the very last week of January / the beginning of February. And I did color code this week. This was me color coding so that I didn't have to draw a line, which I could go either or. Sometimes I do that for my time blocking, and sometimes I draw lines to indicate that I need to time block that time. Either way, I was just in the mood to color block this week, so that's exactly what I did. My daughter's birthday was on the 31st. We had a JoJo Siwa party, so I did put a JoJo Siwa sticker right there. And that is pretty much it. This was the flip through of January. This is how I have set up my planner. I am currently really loving the Erin Condren so far. It has really been working for me. I am still very dedicated to my happy planner too when I am looking at my particular sections, like especially for my business and when I'm trying to go into like super detail. I do use my happy planner for that, but this catch-all planner as far as keeping track of everything overall is working for me. I am loving this system so far. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has given you some amazing ideas, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.